Hello, this is Miss Antriece with Heirs of Legends Media. Today we have the privilege and the honor to be here with the new commissioner of CIAA. If you would, please introduce yourself to everyone.
I'm Jacqie Carpenter, CIAA commissioner, started in September. I came from the NCAA, originally from Colorado Springs, Colorado. A military child, traveled all over the country with my parents. My family's originally from Mississippi, and so spent a lot of my summers in the South. Went to Hampton University, got my psychology degree, went to Temple University and got my sports management degree, and currently in the doctoral program at Hampton. Well, not currently, I had to step back until I can get my feet on the ground, but working on my doctorate's degree.
Okay, wow, you're a busy lady.
Very
You're
busy.
doing all of that, and you're the commissioner.
And I have a 7-year-old daughter, and I'm going on 10 years of marriage.
See, that's
so.
what we call Renaissance. She's a Renaissance woman, you guys, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now, let me ask you this, because I noticed that the new slogan is getting back to basketball. And I understand that. I completely understand that. But what I want to ask you is, why was that chosen for the slogan or the tagline for CIAA this year?
Well, I think when people associate the CIAA tournament, they associate it with parties and everything outside of what the game or why we're here.
Right, exactly.
I mean, we're here for a basketball tournament. We have 300 student athletes that will be participating over the course of the week.
Right.
And all we're talking about is the CIAA parties, go on CIAA parties, and I want people to remember that the core of why we're here this week is for basketball. So we want to get back to the game. We want people to get in the building. We want them to fill the seats. We want them to understand that to support our student athletes, to purchase a ticket, really gives back into our member institutions.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
so
ma'am.
that's the core.
Right. I actually had a conversation with a group of young women, and this took me back to why you have it as back to basketball. They literally, you guys, did not know that it was a sports competition for any collegiate level. They didn't. So at the end of the day, what I would like to ask you, what imprint would you like to leave on CIAA as the commissioner of CIAA?
This opportunity is truly a blessing.
Yes,
I count it all joy, and
Yes.
I'm quite thankful. The board, we have a 12-member board that saw fit to hire me, not just because I was a woman, but someone who could bring something different to the table to help expand the brand. And that's one of the things they wanted to focus on. How do we make our brand fresh and new? So if you look at our new logo, it's new, it's registered, it's protected. If you look at our new vision, we're still about academics, we're still about athletics, we're still about the core of the student athlete.
Yes.
Our sponsors are healthy. I think this week and the last few days I've just seen the excitement about them being a part of this great tournament and understanding the investment and the return.
Right.
And so, my vision is hopefully in the next couple of years we'll be rising in the black, not in the red.
Exactly.
The tournament will be really back to basketball, but we're still having a balance of the game and the family experience and the fans.
Yes, ma'am.
50% of our fans are now coming in town and they're not even affiliated with our member institutions and they don't have tickets.
Right.
So how do we create something creative to allow them to still enjoy themselves but come in the building and celebrate these student athletes?
Right, exactly. And I definitely agree with you. And just in case you guys do not know, and some people do not know, CIAA is just not a basketball tournament. They have CIAA football, CIAA track, bowling, all of that good stuff. So, what we will do is do our best to inform you of other sports, and you can let us know, of course, what other states those tournaments are held in.
Yeah, we've Winston-Salem State football team played in the Division II National Championship this year in Alabama. That's the first time an HBCU team has been in since I think if I'm saying it the wrong date, but probably the 1980s.
Okay, right.
And so that's a huge,
that's
huge, not just for HBCUs, but the overall national exposure that it brought to Winston-Salem State, but also to the CIAA. Our volleyball team, Fayetteville State, won the conference championship, and then
Right.
had the opportunity to go to the NCAAs.
Right.
I mean, the 2 teams that leave out of here this week will have the opportunity to play in the NCAA National Championship.
Yeah.
Shaw University won last year, the women's team. So there's a lot of great history in all of our sports. Track and field, George Williams at St. Augustine is a staple, not just
Right,
in
right.
the CIAA, but nationally and through the Olympics. I mean,
Right.
we've got incredible people in this conference that I don't know people really, not if you're not really affiliate or understand this,
Right,
if you don't understand
exactly.
the richness of what we have.
Right.
But I will tell you, in the sport of intercollegiate athletics, people know in the sport of NCAA Division I, II, and III, the impact that the CIAA makes on this part of the world, but also
Right.
nationally.
Yes, ma'am.
So those who are interested in parties and all that, that's great, but there's a bigger picture and a wider
Right,
picture
right.
that brings a lot of it, that this conference brings to the